Hello again. At next week's United Nations Earth Summit, several community organizations from around the world will be recognized for their efforts to preserve the environment while improving economic conditions in their very own communities. Well, Femi Oke is standing by and she has a little more on this for us. Femi.
Hi there, Timi. You may not have heard of the Equator Initiative Awards. That's because they're absolutely brand new. They aim to recognise excellent community projects around the globe in the tropics. Now, the awards ceremony is actually next week, but here's a preview of some of the African nominees. Community meeting in the heart of Tanzania's Seledo Forest. Here, Maasai tribesmen and women from 9 villages have come together to discuss how to protect the forest land. This has been their home for centuries, and with the vegetation being threatened by nomadic farmers, the Maasai have stepped in. They formed a cooperative and organised environmental groups in each village. They have also established strict laws for the sustainable use of the forest. The Maasai took over management of the forest from the government.
10 years ago, actually, everyone had a right to chop anything he wants from the forest. And this distracted a lot of good trees which are very economical. There are some rules which have been made. Now if a person from one village goes to another village and chops some trees, first he will be caught, and then if the law binds him, he will be fined.
The Maasai say these regulations are also bringing economic development to their community. With more grazing land now available for cattle, milk yields have increased. They've also boosted their production of maize, which is the food staple in this area. The Seledo Cooperative is one of several African projects nominated for the first ever Equator Initiative Awards to be presented at the Earth Summit in Johannesburg. An eco-tourism project in southern Kenya is also up for an award. And once again, the environment-friendly Maasai are in the driver's seat. With financial backing from several donors, the Maasai built an exclusive 16-bed eco-tourism lodge. They called it Unogwezi, the people of the wildlife. $385, the cost of one night's accommodation, pays for one term of secondary school for a local child. So far, 53 children have benefited. 4 have gone on to college, and 1 is now a company director of Unogwezi.
It has been boosted the community a lot in such ways like, we have lots of poor people in the community that they can't afford to send their kids to school. But nowadays, it's 100% that they can send their kids to school because it's guaranteed that bursary is there.
The UN-sponsored Equator Initiative says projects like these are helping to transform local communities. I have a few more projects I just wanted to mention also in Africa. There's an area in the northwestern section of Tanzania. It used to be known as the Desert of Africa because so many of the trees were cut down. That's a reforestation project. And then there's a honey business in Kenya, Honey Care Africa. And all of these projects have been running for a number of years, which really makes them sustainable development and solutions, not problems, as we love here on Inside Africa TV.
Right, Femi, putting the jargon aside for one second, what's really nice to see about these stories is that the local communities are taking the initiative and doing it themselves, and something that's perhaps direly needed on the continent.
Absolutely, and making money.
Absolutely. Femi, as always, thank you very much.